Hey guys, Midget here and welcome back to another episode of my Derby Career Mode. We start with the East Midlands derby against Forest, and in the 9th minute Alex Pritchard has a save shot by the goalkeeper of Forest called Shunin. I don't know who the fuck he is, but he saved the shot. And going into the 12th minute, Antonio, out of all people, the man that is no longer at Forest, played in, I think that was Tesha, Robert Tesh, and he almost slobbed Marshall, but he stood his ground and saved it nicely. Here Alex Pritchard came on another attack, but Shunin again makes a very decent save, and it's looking like it's going to end a draw, as in the 51st minute, Andre Gray plays in Alex Pritchard, whose shot again is saved by Shunin. So in the 64th minute we were still 0-0. It was looking like it was going to be a boring derby. Russell had a header almost gone in, I could say, but in the 78th minute Ince played in Andre Gray. Andre Gray played in Mason Bennett, who came on as a substitute, and Mason Bennett gets us the first goal with 10 minutes to go. Surely this is going to be the decider and wins us the game against Forest. I'm still yet to lose or draw against Forest in my Derby Career Mode, and may long this record continue because it is amazing. So let's see if I can hold on to this record. But Butterfield was complaining to me about playing time, so I play him. He loses the goddamn ball, and Mancien scores. I mean, I don't want to point fingers, but Butterfield, if you want to play for this team, you're having a go at me for not playing you. I play you one time, and you come on in the 79th minute like Bennett. In the 82nd minute they score, primarily because of your goddamn mistake. Look at this. He's just dilly-dallying on ball. He's like, oh, what's for tea? You know what I mean? I can't cope with that stupidity. But in the 86th minute, Hughes passes it through to Pritchard. Pritchard passes it through to Bennett. Bennett passes it through to Gray. And Gray again to Bennett. And Bennett shot a save by Shunin, but his rebound is put in. And Bennett is just a saviour. He's absolutely sensational. He's literally the cult hero of this series. And I'm not bumming him, guys, but I'm the dude that trained him from 62. I put my faith in him from 62 to 70. And he's now showing up in the big games. The biggest of them all this season, arguably, against Forest. And we win that game 2-1, which is good. And I want to sell Nakambo to get to 70 rating, and also Pritchard I saw was fairly close to that 73, so I was like, why not train him, you know what I mean? And now going into the game against QPR, I was feeling very confident, although QPR are a very decent side, so this was going to show me how good of a team I am. If I beat them, obviously, it'll show us that we're a really good team and we could get promotion, and if we lose, maybe we're not quite there yet. But in the 27th minute, Pritchard had a really juicy shot saved. I mean, Pritchard's been absolutely amazing for me recently. He's just getting stuck in and attacking a lot. He's scoring a lot of goals, which is quite nice. And he plays in Gray in the 35th minute. He swings it across the Ince, and how sweet is that goal? Oh, it was just so sexy. I just loved the play. Look, he just cuts in, finds Gray. Great, that pass to Ince is absolutely spectacular, and Ince finishes it. So we're 1-0 up here at the iPro, and in the 48th minute, Leroy Fer for you. He tries to play Charlie Austin, and Marshall, out of all people, Marshall, our goalkeeper, gets to it. It was a bit, you know, meh. Here we give away a stupid free kick, and you can tell what's going to come from this goddamn free kick, can't you? They take the free kick, and Harriman takes the free kick, and Grant Hall almost gets Marshall's just almost. I don't even know. Tricks Marshall. Sorry, that's my phone going off. But in the 53rd minute, straight from the corner, who else but the lanky fucker, Leroy Fer. He's an absolute class player. I'd love him to have him at Derby, but he's too good in a way. He's too good for Derby. He's an absolute sensational player. I'd love him in real life at Derby, but I don't think we have the funds to get him. But in the 60th minute, the game changed. Charlie Austin played in Jaron Cherry, whose shot went reasonably over the bar, and in the 63rd minute he had a chance to win it as Isaac Nakambo to get his first goal of the season, but he hit it straight at Robert Green. In the 74th minute we again went on the attack as Tommins played in Mason Bennett, I think that was, and it wasn't the greatest shot, and we end up drawing 1-1, which isn't the best result considering Considering I lost to them. This is a pretty good result to show how far I've come. I'm disappointed with drawing. I saw that Fabio from Cardiff, Raphael's brother, his contract expiring in 4 months, so maybe I can pick him up on a free next season if he's a free agent, unless he signs a contract extension. And finally, Sewan Akambo gets to the 70 rating, so I don't know who to train anymore. But going into the Leeds game, another very important game. In the 20th minute, Andreas Weimann has a shot saved by the goalkeeper. I don't think it was Silvestri in this game, to be fair. But in the 34th minute, Andre Gray runs past 2 people. He takes the same man for a third time and just like literally pokes it home. I thought I was going wide, like almost instantly when he hit it. I thought it was going wide. I don't know why, but I ended up going into the net, and I was like quite surprised that I went in. I was like, Jesus Christ, that it doesn't look like it was going in, but it went in, so I should count myself lucky. And in the 61st minute, Hughes plays in Gray. Gray skips past Soleimani Bamba. La Bamba, I don't know, and it shows you, this shows you exactly why I needed Gray. He's an absolute pace monster, and even though this game isn't really pace oriented, I would like to have a pacey striker, and that's what I was lacking with Bennett. He was arguably as good as Martin, just a bit older. Arguably better than Martin, just a bit older. And I needed this guy. That's why I didn't sign him for, because he's quite fast, but he's not also the fastest. But Gray is, and we're 2-0 up, so surely we're going to be winning this game. But almost instantly from kickoff, Chris Wood, the guy that scored a stunner against us in real life, threads an absolutely sensational ball through to Dukara, I think it is. That was just stunning. And Marshall gets a hand to it, but Dukara ultimately scores and brings the game back to, you know, fairly level terms. But in his 77th minute, Pritchard plays in Andre Gray. Andre Gray plays in Kearney. And look at that for a hit. I was sort of angry at Kearney. I wasn't too, like, truly fulfilled with him as I signed him, because he wasn't doing the most. He was arguably the worst sign I made, but he was still decent. But that was just top notch. Just look, you can't get any more top corner than that. That was absolutely sensational from Kearney, and I absolutely love the dude now. That was really stunning, and we're 3-1 up. And a couple of minutes later, in the 80th minute, Leeds coming, Lewis Cook, their 18-year-old, has a shot, and Bianchi has header, is saved by Marshall. Marshall plays it out to Pritchard, who loses it, and this was a lovely tackle from Shackle, but Berardi finds the one and only Stuart Dallas, who signed for Leeds this summer, and brings the game back again to a fairly equal one. So anything could happen. Will we concede a late goal, or will we score one and basically set ourselves up for the win? And we managed to hold on, and we win 3-2. And now, I told you, I know I asked this in the last episode, who should I train, but this is pre-recorded, so I just train Hansen for the sake of it, because I thought, you know, might as well. And we go into the final game here against Huddersfield. I completely changed my team, because I was like, I should be winning Huddersfield, you know what I mean? They're 19th, they were almost relegated, and we're top of the league, as you can see there. 3 points clear at top of the league. It's nothing to be worried about, even if we lose. And the first chance came in at 46 minutes. Bradish Johnson, our top scorer before I start playing, from 37 yards, just aims at goal, and he would have scored if not that lovely save from Murphy, which I'm quite pleased with that effort from Bradish Johnson. And Kearney shows that he wants to play for the team, that he's good enough for the team as he makes a run. But ultimately, Jonathan Hogg, the Watford legend that put them into the playoff final, blocks his shot. And Pritchard, lovely skill, almost went in. That could have been a spectacular goal if it did go in, but it ends 1-0, sorry. So if you did enjoy this episode, guys, make sure you go hit the like button below. This is Midget, like for another, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.